I'd like to begin the meeting by addressing everyone, and hopefully it will clarify some issues that we've had at the meeting. First of all, I would like to begin to thank everyone for their attendance this evening, because your presence here tells me clearly that you have a great passion for Geauga County parks. Tonight we're here at a public meeting. It's not a public hearing. I will ask that you wait to be called upon to speak. And at the conclusion of the board business and prior to the executive session, I will call on Geauga County residents first to address the board with their input into the business of the park at the podium. I would ask that everyone listen to the person speaking. And if, in fact, you are going to just reiterate what they say, that when you come to the podium, you just say, I concur with so-and-so who's already spoken. Those individuals that will be called to the podium will have ample time to address the board, as it states in Article 16 of our bylaws. I will ask that each individual try to keep their time at the podium to 3 minutes. As you can see by the number of people in the room, everybody's probably here to say something. And we also have additional park business to work through at the end of the evening. Then just to reiterate for those that were here at the last meeting and those that are new to the meeting, in August, this current board told everyone here at the park board meeting we would review the section of the bylaws directly addressing the uses in our parks. At that time, we specifically told everyone present no fracking or logging would take place. Rather, this was a direct response to a zoning issue. We will review the section marked Article 21 of the bylaws this evening. Everyone in the room should hear the new revised wording. I'm also going to ask that it be published in the minutes of the September board meeting, which will not be published until October, so that you all understand how that happens. And additionally, I would ask that it be printed on the Park District website for review of anyone. I think you're going to find it's rather clear and concise. The mission of the Park District is to preserve, conserve, and protect the natural features of Geauga County, and to provide outdoor recreational experiences to our residents of every age, every ability, and at all times of the year. I personally, enthusiastically welcome individuals to the Geauga County parks to explore, learn, and identify all that Geauga County has to offer in our remarkable outdoors and in our fabulous facilities. All three of the board members are Geauga County residents, and our ultimate goal is to do what is in the best interest of Geauga County Park District. I ask that all of you will do the same. If we could go ahead and begin.
Just a point of clarification. So if we add our two ending fund balances, because our levies come in as general fund revenue, correct? We separate them out because we keep money on the side for land purchases, our land improvement fund. So if we add, call it $7.5 million and 3.7, we're what, $11.2 million?
That is correct, for the end of August, yes.
For the end of August. And we're spending on average about $500,000 a month. We budgeted about $6 million for the year.
We budgeted about $6 million for the year. On average, just a little over $500,000 per month, yes.
So if I do my math correctly, we essentially have 2 years worth of funds available at our current operating pace, even if we don't collect another penny on any levy, right?
If that is all we do is operate, yes.
If all we do is operate, which includes maintenance,
yes.
and salaries, but not any capital improvement projects.
Yes.
Okay. So just want to be sure I got that right. Thank you.
The list of activities, as was read last time, is on. We are going to make a proposal for a new Article 21 tonight. And on October meeting, we will vote to pass it. It has to be at 2 meetings. That's the Park District protocol. The new activities Article 21 is as follows. Consistent with the purpose set forth in Article 1, park activities including preservation, conservation, and improved outdoor recreation will include and may be conducted on park land pursuant to the provisions of the Ohio Revised Code, Section 1545.09 and 1545.11, subject to the rules and regulations as amended time to time by the Park Board.
The next thing is, in the next few years, you as residents are going to hear a lot about park development, and I want to clarify for everyone what that means, because I think everybody has their own personal interpretation, and I want to be clear and specific as to what it means to the park planners, because they're the ones that tell us what this means. First of all, the mission is to preserve, conserve, and protect the natural features of Geauga County and to provide outdoor recreation to our residents for every age, every ability, and at all times of the year. Matt McHugh, who's our strategic planner, and by the way does a fabulous job, recently provided me with data showing we have about, and I'm going to give you the list of parks, 1.5% to 6.7% development in these parks. Development is also called recreation in Geauga Park District. So that you all know, recreation includes driveways, parking facilities, restrooms, pavilions, amphitheaters, mowed and maintained properties. What am I missing? Facilities, did I say that?
Trails.
Trails and hiking trails. So just so that you all have an idea, at Orchard Hills Park, it's 234 acres. 6.5%, including the orchard, is developed a recreational percentage of that park. The rest is in preserves, conservation areas. Throwing Meadows, 298 acres. 2.5% is in recreation. That includes that parking lot, that pavilion, the driveway coming in, and the trails. Swine Creek, 268 acres, 5.7% is in recreation and development. Observatory Park, 1,100 acres. At this time, including the new trails that are yet to be completed, but will be finished by the end of October, so says Aaron, 1.5% of that park is developed. Big Creek, 642 acres. 2.5% is developed. And I've given you all this information because I think we need a level of education and its communication on the part of the commissioners of the Park District to the residents of Geauga County so that you all understand. Did you have anything to say?
Yeah, I guess what I would like to say is, in all my experience in public activities, I've never seen something get so misunderstood and misconstrued and as I did that amendment. That amendment was put in there originally on zoning for zoning issue purposes. Now, admittedly, our language was less than ideal and contributed to a lot of that confusion. And that's why we, heard the criticism. We understood how it could very easily be misconstrued, and that's why we worked to make the changes that Brian read, so that it was maybe not as strong of a zoning defense as our zoning attorneys would have liked, but it's good enough for now, and I think it removes a lot of the confusion, and given the way it was written, like I said, understandable confusion on why it was done that way. So that's really all I have to say on that.